first of all, we want to do the proclamation for National Telecommunicator Week next week, but also want to recognize Becky. Becky has we're proud to announce that Communications Coordinator Becky Green has been chosen to represent our center as the 911 Telecommunicator of the Year for 2022. Becky has not only been a source of calm for our center, but also a source of resiliency. Anyone can call on Becky for advice, assistance, a laugh, a hug, and she is graciously willing to give it. She has a true servant's heart and cares deeply about our coworkers in our communications center. In addition to her responsibilities as operations coordinator, she's helped out with all TAC duties and also helped launch our peer support program this past year. She regularly checks on coworkers and offers resources to assist them through any challenging they're going through personally and professionally. Becky has been with our center for over 17 years. She continually strives to improve our center, helps out where and when is needed and without being asked, and she's always willing to answer a question or help troubleshoot a problem. She's very much deserving of this recognition, so appreciate it.
So with that, it's my pleasure to read you a proclamation for National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week. Whereas an emergency occurs, the prompt response of police officers, firefighters, and paramedics is critical to the protection of life and preservation of property. And whereas the safety of our police officers and firefighters is dependent upon the quality and accuracy of information obtained from citizens who call the Murfreesboro Emergency Communication Center for help. Whereas public safety telecommunicators are the first and most critical contact our citizens have with emergency services. And whereas the public safety telecommunicators provide a vital link for our police officers and firefighters by providing them the information and ensuring their safety. And whereas public safety telecommunicators of the Murfreesboro Emergency Communication Center have contributed substantially to the apprehension of criminals, suppression of fires, and treatment of patients. And whereas each public safety telecommunicator has exhibited compassion, understanding, and professionalism during the performance of his or her duties in the past year. Now therefore, I, Shane McFarland, Mayor of the City of Murfreesboro, on behalf of the entire City Council, do hereby proclaim April 10th through the 16th, 2022 to observe National Public Safety Telecommunicators Week, and ask all citizens to join me in expressing our appreciation to the City of Murfreesboro's emergency communications personnel for their hard work and dedication.
The roles we have are being the first responder, taking the calls, getting officers to the scene, getting the fire department to the scene.
We take that initial call. We talk the caller through emergency medical dispatch. Any instructions. We try as hard as we can to even calm the scene before our responders get there. And then while they're there, they're talking to us, communicating with us. If they need additional resources, we're providing those as well. And then we're also there at the end. When they're wrapping up the call, we're taking notes.
So we're like the hub of everything. You see the hub and then all the spokes, and we just kind of filter everything and we send it out. So I think that we're very essential in that we are able to discern what needs the people need with certain questions that we have to ask them.
For me, I knew that I might not be the best person to be on scene, to be in the middle of that incident, but I knew that I could be someone there, at least as a voice, as a presence, when people call in. You know, there's a lot of moments that lead up from when an incident happens to the responders getting on scene. And sometimes those moments can seem to take forever. And what I wanted to be was the person that helped to make those moments better. So I can't necessarily make the situation better, but I can be with you in that moment and try to make the moment as best as we can.
In 2004, I wanted to serve to help the citizens and be an integral part. I really like the multitasking and the different calls. You never receive the same call twice. So you always have to think, and you're always having to be on your toes to figure out, okay, what is happening in this situation? What kind of questions do I need to ask? How do I get to the root of what they need? And who do I send?
My sister was actually an emergency dispatcher. I think she started when I was probably 14. I started going and sitting with her at her agency just to have something to do, and I became very interested in what she did. And she's always been somebody I looked up to. And so I just kind of followed in her footsteps, and I was in a job I didn't find as interesting, and so I decided to apply.
So the most rewarding, honestly, for me is probably the same reason that I got into this job, is when we are able to make those moments better, when we are able to help. If we do have to give CPR instructions over the phone and we're able to get that person breathing even before the responders get there, being able to make those moments better is definitely one of the most rewarding parts.
The most rewarding is helping people, being there at their time of need and their desperation, being able to help them.
The most rewarding is the people that I get to work with, my coworkers, the leadership, the responders. Everybody really cares about what they're doing, and being a part of that family is most of the rewarding that I feel now, is how we're able to help people and how we're able to create a family and stand together.